Greetings! Welcome to the Tarot Card of the Now, and in this video I'm using the Halloween Tarot to pick a card, and it's going to have a message for the now. You were pulled to this video because you needed this advice or message that this card is right about to give. Let's get on to it. And we have, an inverted card. It's a bat card, I think. 5 of bats. It's hard for me to see it in that light. Anyway, the 5 of bats. This scene unfolding here. So, this is a very angry card, but at the same time a very sad card. Okay, so you see in the background there's this little gray figure. They're in a little costume because this is a Halloween deck, right? These are trick-or-treaters, and he's kind of bent over. He's crying because this guy in the foreground, look at all these bags. He is that bully kid taking everybody's Halloween candy, right? He's like that older kid that beats you up for your Halloween candy, or that bully. This card is depicting it as the trick-or-treat scene, to display this what is equivalent to the 5 of Swords. And I say anger too, because really what came out is this little cat. You see the cat between his legs? He looks very angry. And what I love about this deck is that every single card in this deck has this little black cat. And it's pretty neat. I think the little black cat has his own story. I might be doing more videos about that later. But that's kind of an aside. Back to our card of the now. This shows a battle, right? This bully and this kid getting his candy taken. This is a battle, and this is really a mental battle, because really we bully ourselves, don't we? We get down on ourselves, we criticize ourselves, and we as people interacting, especially nowadays on the internet where we have where we're anonymous. I don't think I could say that word. You know what I mean. Where you're anonymous, you could say what you really think, right? Because you're not going to be judged. We judge people when we feel safe from being judged. Isn't that interesting? But that's what I see here. Is this the sadness and anger, and really they go hand in hand. A lot of times when you have outbursts, angry outbursts, you get mad, you throw things, you break things, exactly right, all those things, that anger usually stems from sadness. You're really sad, and this is especially true in children. When they get angry, when they get violent, destructive, they're sad, they're upset about something. So really these go hand in hand. We see 2 different figures. I pointed out 2 different figures because that's how this story was coming to me. But it's all coming together of, the sadness and anger, it's all stemming from the same thing. So there's a need to get to the root of the problem. Why are you angry? Are you really angry? Is this just an expression of your sadness? Because it's a lot easier to get mad. It's a lot easier to yell. It's a way of releasing these feelings you don't want by destroying things. These are all trying to release. So the task for right now is to find healthy ways to release these feelings. Bottling up this sadness leads to angry outbursts. That's what's happening right now. You tend to bully yourself, or you tend to take on these criticisms. And most of the times when we're bullying ourselves, it comes from people who have done it to us. And right, this day and age, like I said, we have the internet, anonymous people being really mean, being super critical without being constructive. And we take these on, even if at the time we fight it, it will still be in your head and it'll come out later on. That's kind of the tricky way our mind works. We have to be ever vigilant, ever mindful. So right now is about being mindful. Don't let these criticisms just bring on sadness, which just brings on these angry outbursts, these destructive behaviors. Realize that these destructive behaviors come from thoughts in your head. And the big message right now is to be mindful. Like I said, it's sadness and anger. These are going hand in hand. They're a cycle. A lot of times when we do have the angry outbursts, then we're more critical of ourselves because we're like, oh, look at how horrible a person you are. Look at what you did. Look at how you destroyed this item because you were mad, and you get even more onto yourself. So now is about the time of breaking that mental cycle. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. That is the big message for right now. These vicious cycles. This is all in the mind. It's about being mindful and not being a bully. Don't be a bully. That's the big thing. That's why the bully's inverted there. It's don't be a bully. And mostly to yourself, because even if you are the one out there being hypercritical of other people, if you're critical of other people, you're critical of yourself. This all goes hand in hand. It's all connected. So that's the message for right now. That's the energy we're dealing with right now. When you landed on this video, give me a like if it really spoke to you, if you really liked it, or if you just liked how I expressed my little messages I get from these cards. Anything, leave me any kind of comment. I appreciate all of that, all that feedback, because I like to make connections with others. That's why I like doing tarot readings. So with that, I say, blessed be.